Hello and welcome back to Hop to the Top. Hope you're all doing well today and you are eagerly looking forward to our first ever Champions League semi-final. We are coming up against Manchester United today. The sirens already sounding, as you might be able to hear in the background, because obviously such a big police presence is going to be needed here today for the mental Grasshopper fans that are going to come over to Manchester, cause a riot as we hopefully go and beat them 4 or 5-0. Before we get into that though, since you were last here for the 2 PSG games and the lose zone game that we did off camera in between those 2 games, we've played 3 and we've won 3 against some big clubs as well. A huge 2-0 victory against Basel was fantastic. Haroldinho Bunce and Sergio Nunez scoring the goals in that one to help take us a bit more further clear at the top of the table. We then had to rely on extra time to beat Thun in the Swiss Cup semi-final, so we're in another Swiss Cup semi-final, taking on Young Boys in that one, which should be quite interesting. Following that, we had a 5-0 thumping of Zurich. My final game in charge of Zurich ended up with Dorival, Felix Altbert and Harry Kane scoring a hat-trick in that game, which was fantastic. So technically away from home as well, which is a great way to sit out against Zurich. So that was pretty pleasing. Obviously today though, a big game against Manchester United. 2 big games against Manchester United. Again, we'll do the Koreans game off camera because they're 10th. It's not really that interesting and things like that. And it's the Champions League that we are most interested about. This Manchester United side are obviously going to be quite good. Hopefully we can defeat them today. The wins we had in the league, by the way, put us still first in the table, but 6 points clear of Basel with only a few games to go. It's looking like we are going to win the title after all, after what has been probably our worst season for quite some time in terms of wins, draws and losses and things like that. But I've got to say, we've still done the business. We're still there as the best club in Switzerland. Obviously, we changed tactics and formations a little bit, which haven't quite helped out, but they seem to work really well in Europe, which is why I'm so keen to play them constantly, to make sure our players know how to play that formation, because it works really well in Europe, as you've seen. It's the furthest we've ever got in Europe. We're also guaranteed Champions League football as well, which is quite good for next season. So if you're on the Patreon, you may want to keep your eyes open, because once this season and this series is finished, this save file just might pop up on the Patreon. You might have Champions League football next season if you want to take over from where I leave off. So there we go. The lineup then for today's game is as strong as it probably can be. We've got Haroldinho Bunce off the pitch, but he's probably the only first team player who isn't in the squad. He's on 83% condition, a bit tired, probably not up for it. We'll have a few players who are nearly as tired as him, but I think that we need to have some proper strength and fitness at the back, because that's a position where we're going to be under threat most of all. Kalas starts in goal for us with a backline of Dorival, Ross McQuaid, Sterigu and Thad Davis back from his injury. Pedro and Suarez start in that midfield duo with Lo Celso, Smith and Schneider in the attacking midfield trio, with Anselmi starting up front, which is all good to see. Fingers crossed we get a good result here today against Manchester United. We've got the away leg first, as you can see, the away leg first, so we want to be scoring 1 or 2 away goals and then have a strong home leg in the second leg, and that's obviously what we are hoping for. So, fingers crossed, let's go. So then, kickoff is upon us here today. Big game. United, as we mentioned last time, do have a very strong side. Kai Havertz, Vinicius Jr., their strikers are quite good as well. They've got Ben Chilwell at left back, who is obviously pretty good. Probably getting on a little bit in this version of the game, 10 years into the future, probably getting on a little bit, but still doesn't probably stop him from being one of the best left backs in the world. Vinicius Jr., who I think we've played against before when he was at Real Madrid, maybe. He makes a good chance there for Manchester United. Vinicius Jr., he must have moved to Man United recently, because I swear, did we might have played against him when we played Real Madrid at some point. I feel like we have played Real Madrid at some point. I'm just saying, I think we've played Vinicius Jr. before. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, Thad Davis on the ball, puts the cross into middle, cleared though to Kai Havertz, who puts it up towards Fabio Silva, who's a great striker. Unfortunately for him though, that wasn't a very good shot. So that's fine. If you want to do that all day, Fabio Silva, that would be absolutely great. As Thad Davis plays the ball in towards Anselmi, who loses possession, unfortunately, and Fabio Silva once again on the ball. But again, if he wants to shoot from distance and miss, that's fine. Kalas can save that all day. He's very good with one-on-one situations. So despite the 6 shots to 1 shot so far, I'm kind of pleased with how we've played. I'm going to say get creative out there. And fingers crossed that inspires the boys a little bit, as you can see right there, inspired by the feedback. They do have a free kick, though, from quite far out. Kalas forced to make a decent save, and it goes behind for a corner. 10 shots to 1 shot now, so you can tell Manchester United are dominating us in this particular game. I mean, PSG were a slightly better side in terms of the stats, weren't they? But I don't think they quite dominated. Maybe I'm remembering wrong, I don't know. But I don't remember PSG dominating us quite like this. We knew Man United were going to be a step up from PSG, so they're showing it, clearly. They are showing it. Maybe we move down to positive rather than attacking. Perhaps that's something that we need to, I don't know, work on a little bit. Aggressively, though, media's given you a lot of credit recently. Go out there and prove it. A few players that are motivated by that. If we can draw 0-0, though, away from home, that's good. Maybe that's good. I don't know. Ideally, we want to be getting an away goal, but not conceding the onslaught Manchester United are going to be putting on us in today's game as Kai Havertz wins a ball from Thad Davis's poor pass there. Good save from Kalas, though. The highlight finishes. Sterigu's looking apprehensive out there, which I'm not a fan of. We might take him off in a moment's time, I've got to say, as Man United looking to come forward again. Kovacic's on the ball in towards their number 16. Fabio Silva, Vinicius Jr. cleared only as far as Manchester United defenders there. It's going to come straight back to us as the ball goes back to the goalkeeper, actually, incidentally. But again, it's just delaying the inevitable Manchester United ball forward. 18 shots to 1 shot now. I mean, they'll be crossed. They've not scored yet. And I'm crossed that Kalas hasn't saved that. Really should have done better in that situation as Manchester United go 1-0 up against us. Let's watch this highlight then, the replay, because I feel like Kalas should have made a better save there. As Vinicius Jr. races forward. Fabio Silva, that should have been a save. What is he playing around with there? Should have saved that easily, and he hasn't. And is this going to be where the floodgates open now as Manchester United look to build from the back? Ball back to their goalkeeper. There's no pressure from Anselmi there, which is until quite late. I mean, there's not much he can really do, I suppose, is there, I've got to say. So we may as well let him just have the ball. Chilwell's forward to Vinicius Jr. That's a good ball, to be fair, and he cuts inside. Good save from Kalas. Sterigu's nervous and not playing brilliantly, so we'll bring Haroldinho Bunce on for him and swap him as a centre-back. Harry Kane can come on for Anselmi as well. I mean, Anselmi's not had much to do really today, has he? So it's a bit unfair to swap them over like that, but that's what we're going to do for now. Can we build an attack, though? We've not seen a highlight go in our favour yet, as Ross McQuaid on the ball, plays it back to Kalas, out towards Thad Davis. Can he put a ball forward, a killer ball? No, he just loses it to Vinicius Jr. instead, who races forward. Kalas forced to make another good save. To be fair, Kalas has been class today. Unfortunately, he just had one big mistake that led to their goal, I've got to say, and that kind of lets him down a little bit as the ball bounces around the area, is eventually just about clear, actually goes out for a goal kick in the end. Man United really putting the pressure on us. What do we do in this situation? Get creative. That might help us out. Probably won't do, will it? Maybe we should resort to wingers, actually, for the final 15 minutes or so. Maybe that's a way we could potentially break the deadlock, as Man United passing it around quite nicely. The ball forward to Chilwell is very good. He can put the ball across. In the end, he does. Fabio Silva puts it in at the near post. Man United 2, Grasshoppers 0. Let's just try it. We've got nothing to lose. Back to wingers for the final part of the game. We'll put Lo Celso through the middle as well. We've only got one substitute left, though, haven't we? So Capitano. Can anyone actually play it right wing? Schneider? No. Pedro? No. Lo Celso? No. Smith? No. Okay. In that situation, then, we put Kane there. Right. And then Brian Gill on the left. And then Lo Celso up front. That works a little better because Lo Celso can kind of play striker. It's only 15 minutes. It's the best we can do. It might give us a little bit more width towards in the game to have one or two opportunities. Only one shot in 80 minutes is criminal. And it looks like we're only going to get one shot in the full 90 minutes. But to say we've only lost it 2-0 isn't that bad. Obviously, we've got a massively big uphill challenge for the second leg. But it could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse, that I think. I did neglect to mention as well when I was looking through substitutes in that game. Sergio Nunez didn't start that game either because he's also quite tired, as was Haroldinho Bunce, which is why he was on the reserves, not the bench or anything like that. So that's why Nunez wasn't playing. I just suddenly thought of that when I was doing the substitutes and I thought, where's Nunez gone all of a sudden? Forgot to mention that one to you. In the meantime, though, obviously I'll go and play the Kriens game off camera and I'll be back very momentarily for the second leg at home, which might be a little bit better. And so just like magic, I'm back. I've time travelled, and in that time travelling, we beat Kriens 3-1. Sam Shelton, Mukic and Nunez with the goals in that particular game. Unfortunately, Basel won their game. Well, actually, it's actually quite fortunate that Basel won their game, because if Basel didn't win their game, actually we wouldn't have won the league. We're 6 points clear of Basel with 3 games to go. So if they'd lost and we'd won, we'd be 9 points clear. And we'd still have to win another game or so, or pick up another point at least to guarantee the league title. So we are very close to winning the league, which is great stuff. So we might see that in tomorrow's episode, depending on how we get on against Manchester United today. In fact, I think we will do whatever happens anyway, so that's fine. The second leg coming up against United. we're not really going to change much. I'm going to take Anselmi off for Harry Kane, actually. We'll bring Kane on for him, who's got his 22 goals so far this season. But Núñez is back on the pitch, which is great. He swaps out with Lo Celso, and Haroldinho Bunce comes on the pitch for Sterigu. That's the lineup. Everything else is the same, apart from Kane, Núñez, and Bunce. I think, it's difficult, isn't it? It's so difficult to know what's going to happen. Obviously, the dream would be to come and win 3-0. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I want to get into a Champions League final would be absolutely mental, wouldn't it? That would be absolutely insane. The question is, though, have we got enough about us to score 3 goals without reply against United here today at home? Well, Dorival on the ball can swing one into the middle, and he does. I thought we might have got a goal there or a penalty or something. Unfortunately, Man United clear. And actually on the counter-attack, Kai Havertz racing forward, gets the ball in towards middle. Thad Davis makes a really important clearance there as Chilwell can't quite do anything with that either. So the end of the highlight there, huge there from Thad Davis to get that just out of the path of Vinicius Jr. Free kick, or corner, though, for Man United, and it's collected by Kalas quite nicely. Already, you can see in 15 minutes of today's game, we've doubled our shot tally from the away leg, so that's quite good. Obviously, the home leg advantage is helping us out a little bit. Perhaps Núñez being on the pitch helps us out a little bit. Maybe Kane also helps us out a little bit, I don't know. Dorival looking to get rid of the ball out towards Ross McQuaid, who gives it straight back to him and into Alex Smith. Suarez, Núñez on the ball in towards Pedro. Pedro gets to that wide to Dorival, who can put a ball in the middle. He gets past his man. Dorival goes on his own and scores the first goal of the game 16 minutes into it. The comeback is on, surely. If we can go and actually win this 3-0 now, Dorival's given us a chance of doing it. He scored a third of the goals needed to. What a run this is by him, by the way. He's the right back. He's not a winger or a striker. The left back, I should say, not the right back. The left back, not a winger or a striker, and yet can still do that. Dorival, you are worth every single penny that I paid for you. What a player you are, and what a goal that could turn out to be. Just keep playing like that, as we are now out shooting Manchester United in the home leg. Alex Smith on the ball, out to Suarez. Suarez in towards Pedro. Pedro back out towards Thad Davis. Come on, put this right onto the head of Harry Kane. Someone. Smith on the ball. Into Pedro. Pedro. Dorival, the goal scorer, who looks to do it again. He has done it again. Dorival, what is going on here? He's levelled things up. In half an hour, he's levelled things up. And Manchester United, it is game on. It's 2-2. It's effectively 0-0 again. We're playing from blank. Now, obviously, Man United, if they score, they do get the away goals, and that could be detrimental to us. But we're in the driving seat right now. We are genuinely in the driving seat. And we're still in the driving seat. Man United put that ball over the bar. I can't quite believe the performance I'm seeing from Dorival right now in his 9 rating. Pedro with 2 assists as well. And it looks like we're going to go into the break 2-0 up against Man United. 2-2 on aggregate. If this goes down to penalties, that is going to be mental, isn't it? Passionately, what am I going to say? Oh, okay. I'm happy with your performance. We owe Manchester United after last time we played them, and everyone seems motivated by that. Hopefully we take that confidence into the second half. Hopefully the Man United team talk at half-time was terrible. Could you imagine if we get to a Champions League final? I thought quarter-finals, semi-finals are limit. If we get to the semi-final, that's probably it, really. That's, the extent of it, as Kalas makes a very good save there. I didn't really envisage us getting to a final. And we're not at a final yet, obviously. There's still a long way to go in today's game. We still have to score another goal or win an extra time or a penalty shootout. It's very nervy. But we've given ourselves the very best opportunity, and that's a terrible pass from Kai Havertz. Unfortunately, the counter-attack isn't shown on a replay, so clearly nothing major happens there. Defensively, it looks like we're playing very well with 7s and 9.1s across the board. Kalas on a 7.5. I'm not going to make substitutes yet because we might have to save them for extra time. 76 minutes on the clock. Oh my God, I cannot believe we've turned this around like we have done. Now, Núñez has been tripped. He's got a free kick. Come on, Núñez. Come on, Núñez. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Can you imagine if that went in the back of a net? Right, the final 10 minutes, or final 5 minutes now, get creative. Let's just see if we can say that and see if it does anything. Look at all these nervous body languages from the Manchester United players. We are the ones in control. There's a highlight now in the 90th minute. Please don't do this to me. Please. Unless we score, then please do it to me. That'll be fine. There's Suarez on the ball. In towards Alex Smith. Alex Smith is fouled. That's a red card for the Manchester United man. If we go to extra time, they've got to play with 10 men. And by looks of things, we have gone to extra time. Man United down to 10 men. We're 2-0 up. We just need 1 goal against 10 men United. What do I say at this point? Passionately, what we owe Man United again? That seems to have worked again a little bit. Mostly it was defenders who picked up on that last time, and they've improved. Attackers, they've picked up a little bit more this time. They're going to improve. We'll make substitutes shortly. Okay. But who do I want to change? Everyone has played so well. That's the thing. Everyone's played so well, and everyone's looking relatively fit too. Harry Kane can't quite get on the ends of that, and I kind of want to leave him on for penalties because Harry Kane is so good at penalties. Chilwell on the ball for Manchester United. Into their number 16, who gets tackled, not tackled. United have got that away goal. They've got the away goal. Now, do away goals count in extra time? I think they still do, don't they? I think that is still a thing. Which means we've got to go and score 2. Doesn't it? The thing is, who we take Lo Celso, come on the pitch for Smith. That's a change we can do. Harry Kane. See, Harry Kane and Anselmi both haven't scored goals recently, but let's give Anselmi a go, all right? Come on. We just need a bit more ferociousness up front. Let's go very attacking as well. Let's go show some passion out there. Oh, I can't quite believe this. We've done so well taking it to extra time. And Manchester United looking to come forward now. They're just happy to keep the ball to themselves now, aren't they, I suppose? Although saying that, we've had 63% of possession. Núñez on the ball. What can he do with this one? He loves to go on a run, Núñez, into the area. Gets it across to Suarez. Suarez. Oh, if he just kept that down, that was in the back of a net. Okay. Half-time and extra time. Yeah, away goals are used if scores are level after extra time. So, yeah, that's it. We've got to score 2 goals, or if we equalise, we're out. So, this second half means so much. We've got to score 2 goals in 15 minutes. And if I'm honest with you, I just think we've... it's so unlucky. So unlucky. I still believe, though. Show some passion out there. Núñez racing forward, taking on the entire team. Not with shots like that, though. That's not going to help us out massively, is it? We've got Man United have got a goal kick then, and Chilwell on the ball. The 10-men United side are currently beating us. There's the goal scorer for them. I think that's a goal scorer for them. Moreno on the ball for them now as he looks to get it in towards Pogba in the middle. Can we get the tackle in there? Apparently not. Come on, lads. Come on. Baldy on the ball, the keeper. Plays it back out to Martinelli. Chilwell, then number 16, Veenboer, is racing forward unchallenged. His shot isn't very good. We've got 10 minutes to get 2 goals now. 10 minutes to get 2 goals. And I just don't think we're going to do it, are we? We've given it absolutely everything as Núñez puts the ball in the middle. Oh, Haroldinho Bunce hits the crossbar. How close can you get? How close can you get? Unfortunately, though, we've given it our best shot. We've won it 2-1 on the night, but we've lost 3-2 on aggregate. You know what? Could not be prouder of the boys. Despite the result and pleasing performance out there, that was heroic. Absolutely heroic. Dorival, he's just gone down as one of my favourite players ever. Just gone down as one of my favourite players ever. £10 million to that. It means that how much we've got in the bank account? We've got only 18 million? What's that about? Where's all the money gone this season? That seems very peculiar. Okay, we'll ignore that. Obviously, we're not here to think about that issue, are we? So I don't have to think about that anymore, do I? So don't care about money. Let's not think about that. But that was such an exciting second leg, that was. The first leg was terrible. If only we played a little bit better in that second leg, perhaps. If Kalas hadn't let that goal in, which was an easy one to let in, we'd be through to the final by now. But you can't really pin him down for that, really. It was a difficult game and a lot of pressure and things like that. So close yet so far. Unfortunately, in Hot to the Top, we've not won a Champions League, all right? But we've won several league titles. We've won the Europa League. Tomorrow, we've got another chance of another league title and another Swiss Cup final. Tomorrow's episode, then, actually, we're going to go straight through to the Young Boys game, both Young Boys games, because if we win against Young Boys there, we go 9 points. We stay 6 points clear of the top if Basel win their game. But if Basel don't win, it goes down to the Sion game at that point, which should be done and dusted. So I would assume 3 games for you tomorrow. And then that is it for Hop to the Top. Wow. What a journey we've been on. So thank you ever so much for watching today's episode. Despite the result, I hope you can be pleased with the performance and happy with how today's episode has gone. Thank you ever so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.